I'm Sarah. I'm your new children's librarian at the West Fargo Public Library, and we haven't gotten a chance to meet each other yet. But I thought today, let's do a favorite things story time, so you get to kind of know a little bit about me and my favorite things. So, I'm going to read you some of my favorite books and talk to you about some of my favorite books and show you just one little fun thing I like to doodly-do. Okay? So the first book I'm going to read you guys is Old Bear by Henkes. And I love this book. It's one of my favorites because of the awesome illustrations. So here's Old Bear. It's for Virginia. By the time Old Bear fell asleep for the winter, it was snowing hard. Look at that cool print. I love the pictures in this book, you guys. Soon he was dreaming. He dreamed that spring had come and he was a cub again, and the flowers were as big as trees. He took a nap in a giant pink crocus. You see Bear there, snoozing away in a flower. Then he dreamed that it was summer. The sun was a daisy and the leaves were butterflies. Part of the sky clouded over and it rained blueberries. Wouldn't that be nummy to catch on your tongue? Next, he dreamed of autumn. Everything was yellow and orange and brown, even the birds and the fish and the water. Look at all those colors. This is my favorite page. After that, he dreamed that winter was back. The world was covered in ice. It was night and the sky was blazing with stars of all colors. The cold went on forever. Kind of like our last couple weeks, right, guys? But look at those stars. Look at that awesome illustration. Old Bear slept and dreamed and slept. When he finally woke up, it seemed to him that no time had passed since he had fallen asleep. He yawned. He stretched. He poked his head out of his den to see if it was still snowing. He blinked and blinked again. Do you think it's going to be snowing? When Old Bear walked out into the beautiful spring day, it took him a minute to realize that he wasn't dreaming. The end. So can you see why I like that book? Why it's my favorite illustrations in that book? If I could paint a room like that winter scene, I would love to do that. It would be so cool, you guys. Okay, another book I like that's kind of new in the last couple years is called Run Wild by David Covell. You see these bare feet? Hey you, sky's blue, forget your shoes. Open that door and sprout, you're out. Chase the wind, can you grab it? Go ahead, race a rabbit. Crunch, crack, twig, snap. Do you think you're fast enough to run with a rabbit? Squeaky clean, who cares about that? Squish, squirm, fiddlehead, fern. Meet a beetle, talk to a worm. Run, run, wild, wild, all day long. The sun's gonna smile. Are you brave? Come on, explore. Grr, grr, grizzly roar. Faster feet onto the shore. Better run if there's a bear. Hot, hot, burning sand. Ah, cool. Hello, clam. Take a deep breath. 1, 2, 3. Be a fish in the salty sea. Now, up for air. Just float there. How many of you can float on your back when you're swimming? Waves rolling, daydreams flowing. What's next, you wonder? What do you think will be next? Crash, boom, thunder! Run, run, wild, wild. Some days the sun won't smile. Rain dumps. There'll be slippery slumps, bruises, bumps, and rotten stumps. Oh, stubbed his toe. My fingers aren't working well today, you guys. I apologize. Ugh. Slug. Are you okay? I think so. Come on then, let's keep going. Breeze blowing, sunset glowing. Yep, these darn fingers. They're tricky. Oh! Moon's gonna smile. Run, run, wild, wild. Get that big moon. Do you ever howl at the moon when it's big like that? Like a wolf? Pretend you're a wolf? I just really like that book because the illustrations are cool. But the words are so fun. And you can emphasize them. You can run, run, wild, wild. I like that. I like fun words. All right, I have this whole pile of books, you guys. Look at this. I just don't know which one to read next, but I think I'm going to read my super favorite from when I was little, Whistle for Willy by Ezra Jack Keats. And I just love Peter in this book. Look how cute he is. And Willie the dog. Who doesn't love a wiener dog, you guys? They're so cute. Oh, how Peter wished he could whistle. How many of you can whistle? He saw a boy playing with his dog. Whenever the boy whistled, the dog ran straight to him. Peter tried and tried to whistle, but he couldn't. So instead, he began to turn himself around and around, and he whirled faster and faster. When he stopped, everything turned down and up and down and around and around. He made himself dizzy. Peter saw his dog Willy coming. Quick as a wing, he hid in an empty carton lying on the sidewalk. Wouldn't it be funny if I whistled, Peter thought? Willy would stop and look all around to see who was whistling. Peter tried again to whistle, but still he couldn't, so Willy walked on. Peter got out of the carton and started home. On the way, he took some colored chalks out of his pocket and drew a long, long line. Can you see the line that he's drawing? Right up to his door. He stood there and tried to whistle again. He blew till his cheeks were tired. But nothing happened. Poor Peter. He went into his room and put on his father's old hat to make himself feel more grown up. He looked into the mirror to practice whistling. Still no whistle. When his mother saw what he was doing, Peter pretended that he was his father. He said, "I've come home early today, dear. Is Peter here?" His mother answered, "Why, no, he's outside with Willy." "Well, I'll go out and look for them," said Peter. Do you ever do that? Dress up and pretend to be somebody else? First, he walked along a crack in the sidewalk. Then he tried to run away from his shadow. He jumped off his shadow, but when he landed, they were together again. He came to the corner where the carton was, and who should he see but Willy? Peter scrambled under the curtain. He blew and blew and blew. Suddenly, out came a real whistle. Willie stopped and looked around to see who it was. "It's me!" Peter shouted and stood up. Willie raced straight to him. Peter ran home to show his father and mother what he could do. They loved Peter's whistling, and so did Willie. Peter's mother asked him and Willie to go on an errand to the grocery store. He whistled all the way there, and he whistled all the way home. The end. So proud of Peter at the end, right? He practiced and practiced and practiced, and whistling is not easy, you guys. But he kept at it, and eventually he could whistle. And that's a fun thing to do when you're little, right? You get to learn how to whistle, and then you can whistle around your brothers and sisters and your craft assistants, and they just love it. They should appreciate it, right? Okay, so I'm not going to read any more books, but I'm going to show you 3 more books that are absolutely favorite books that I love, and we'll probably read them at other story times. So, If You Want to See a Whale is by Julie Fogliano. I'm probably saying her name wrong, so I apologize to that author. But I love this book. There's only a few colors in it. Can you tell what colors are in this book? But they talk about trying to find a whale. And I would love to see a whale one day. It's on my bucket list. But a little boy and his dog go out searching to see if they can see a whale. And they get very close, but they don't actually see a whale. Here's another whale book because I love whales. Billy Twitters and His Blue Whale Problem. You guys, this is such a funny book. And if you ever think that you want a pet, maybe you should get a blue whale. And that's what this book is about. Poor Billy Twitters wants his own pet. So he gets a blue whale to take care of. And it kind of causes some problems because whales are really big, right? Okay, the last book I'm going to show you is Truman. He is the cutest little turtle, and he has a big adventure in his apartment waiting for his girl Sarah to come home from school because he is worried that she is left and isn't coming back. So he is a brave turtle that makes it all the way across the apartment, and I really love it because it's super cute. Okay, so I'm going to show you a quick craft, and it's more of a drawing because I love to doodle. I love making these silly birds. Do you see this silly bird? I even turned a bunch of birds. They're having a little party. See that? One's got a little jaunty hat. I gave this one a little bow. This guy's got a bow tie. He's super fancy. And they're so easy to make, you guys. And you can see that you can give them short legs or super long legs. You can make them kind of stout looking or really thin. You can color them and decorate them. They're just fun. And I like to just make the silly drawings kind of all over all my notes sometimes. So I'm going to show you how to quick do that. It's really easy. So all you have to do is know how to make the letter D. Do you know how to make the letter D? So we're going to make the letter D. I should have a different camera so you can see. So I'm going to use Truman. He's going to help me out. So you just make the letter D. One big letter D. Now I'm going to flip it on its belly so that the bump is on the bottom. And look, you can already see my bird body, right? Now you need to know how to make a triangle. And you're going to put a triangle right here for his beak. Look at that. Super easy. You can already see the bird coming together. Now I'm going to make lines. I think I'm going to make long legs because I think the birds with long legs look funny. It's kind of funny. One big long leg. One other long leg, and then I'm just going to kick out 2 lines from there, you guys. Make his feet. You can make big feet or small feet. And now he kind of needs a tail, so I just put 3 little lines. 1, 2, 3 from his tail, just like that. But now he needs a wing, so I'm just going to make the letter U. Do you know how to make the letter U? Whoop. There it is. There's his wing. How easy is that? And so fun. Now, I wonder what he needs. Maybe a hat? Should he have a baseball cap on? Maybe he's going to watch the Red Hawks play some baseball. Look at that. So he already has a little hat. He's ready to go. And you guys, so easy. If you try to draw this or you draw your own birds, share your pictures with us on our Facebook page. We would love to see them. I want to see what you guys can create, even if it's super simple like this. Look how easy that was. That's what I love. Fun, fast crafts that are easy, goofy, silly. It's kind of who I am. So I hope you got to know a little bit about me today, and I'm excited to read the comments that you guys are leaving so I can get to know you better. And pretty soon, you guys, we'll be having more programming. Summer reading is coming. There's all sorts of exciting things happening at the library. So keep checking back on our Facebook page and on our YouTube channel, and we are going to keep you in programming business. So hope you have a great week. I hope you come back and check out more things that are going to be happening at the library, and I will see you soon. Bye, guys.